Hey, good morning. This is Jupiter Exile, and we're going to get in a bit of Dark Souls 2 while I've got the time this morning. I've got a D&D game this afternoon, but I can sneak in 2 hours, maybe 2.5. Let's see, it's not 11 yet, so yeah, 2 hours and about 15 minutes. I got to be somewhere by 2 o'clock, so we're going to do what we can. I did look up a little bit of guidance yesterday after the stream to remember where the heck I need to go to get certain items. And we're going to be going after that stuff. If we don't randomly... Oh, we're going to be going after that stuff in just a moment. Right after we remember how to not fall off of stuff. Or regain our balance, as it were. Alright. Let's wake up. It's ready to face the day. Okay, that didn't count. This was a test. I think it's usually going to be better to fall off this way. And then I can just do this run. Yeah, so last night I was hunting for the Flynn ring and I couldn't remember where it is. It's because it's deeper in this big old thing. And it's going to probably take a while. I need to get past some pretty rough hombres to get a hold of that. This is basically the room I need to be able to get through. We've got like a caster at the far end. I don't remember how much else is in here. Okay, this is where the poison dudes are actually hanging out. Sneak in here. Woo! Ah! Nyeh. We need to press that button one more time. Just sneak on in here. Ow. And we're going to not press it again as we come through here, so that when we inevitably screw up, it's still available. So now we need to run through here, and I need to fall into something. I think it's just up ahead here. Yep. Need to fall down this. And this is going to put us in a little hive area, where we need to very carefully not die. These items are not super important as we go. And then it's up over here. Barely squeak by that. Grab some stuff. And then up over here, and up this ladder. And I believe this is where we get our very nice ring. So this is some SL1 wind sauce. So we're going to equip it basically straight away over the Ring of Blades. Should result in more, a notable damage gain over that. Yeah, lowering equip load increases physical attack. This also means that anything that increases our equipment capacity is now also an attack boost. And there's a few things that kind of double dip on that stuff. Yeah. Then we'll jump across this. Okay, this is like, hey, hit me with a ranged weapon. I'm gonna see if I can hit it with a throwing knife. I've got a few. Kind of a lot, actually. No? No? Oh boy, this is just not gonna work, is it? Maybe if I aim really down? Nope, they're all gonna go into that same spot. Okay. Try projectile in short, look carefully. Yeah, there's a thing up there. Can I aim up with these? A little bit. Just a little higher? Maybe like here? Okay, the camera angle doesn't matter. It's about character positioning, isn't it? Aha! Got it! Okay, that wasn't for that one. I think that's for something up here. Yeah, okay, so this bit's a dead end. I definitely opened something, though. Definitely opened something. It definitely wasn't here. Okay, I guess I have to go down from this point. I haven't been over here yet. We've got a spiky floor. Be wary of left. By the way, be wary of right. Yeah, we've got one of those guys up over here. Ah! Okay, we've got a couple things going on there. I'm gonna check the other passage real quick. Okay, this was the bit where I'm dropping down in there. And there's a couple items that I left behind there, but it's not a big deal, I don't think. So, let's just kind of run this. I think this is a bit where I need to just kind of death run to find I need to find the containers for some of these goons, like their little effigy thing in the jigs. I remember they're all collected in a room that's like up ahead. They like ring the edges of a space. I think it might be through here. If it isn't, then maybe this is the right way to go. That guy jumping behind, or landing behind, kind of spooked me. That is a guaranteed spawn, I believe. Okay, this is not necessarily, like, where I want to go. Oh, man. Okay, yeah, these guys are going to shoot giant things. Jester Thomas is over there. I think there's an extra bonfire in there, in the lower part of that building that I didn't get. And there's also some, like, upper part of the building stuff that I didn't find. But I got the Flynn ring, and that is actually what I was here for. I don't actually need to progress Shulva any further right now. So there are some other items earlier that I skipped out on that I'm going to backtrack and go retrieve. And so long as I'm here, I'm going to check her inventory again.
You've been long. Well.
Okay, she's carrying poison stones and bleed stones now.
No interest.
Eventually, I believe she carries every upgrade material, but that takes a while. Okay. Still have Silver Cat, right? Yeah, I do. Silver Cat and the Poison Bite Plus, which is nice. This poison will actually take quite a while to tick up. Grab everything over here, which includes a Titanite chunk. And apart from that, we'll basically accept our fate, which is to die. But before we die, I'm going to loot this. Getting a second Titanite chunk. We're dead before we can drink. That is okay, because we were just there to get those 2 Titanite chunks. Out of all the items that are there, these are the ones that actually mattered. There is another item that is deeper in that is kind of optional, but it's a pretty cool tool to have for SL1, so I'm going to go ahead and try and retrieve it. We're going to go ahead and put ourselves in Central Earthen Peak for this. We might have to endure a bit of a tough time getting up here. Now, I need to remember whereabouts this spot is. It should be close to where Mitha is. So I think I need to head up here. And I think the route to her was up over this way. Got a secret bonfire up here that I didn't light before. Yeah, get out of here. He is no match for the current strength of our mace. And there's also a thing back here. A veritable pair. And here we get a petrified something, and then back over this way. Okay, we've gotten a little poison with that. There we go. We woke up that mimic. But that mimic is in a room full of poisonous stuff, so he is super poisoned. And now the mimic just died. Come back here, and we get the work hook, which is our other goal object. So now I can head back over to here, and we're going to take a trip back to Majula. So the work hook gives us a lot more gear options. And one of those gear options is the rapier, which we're going to prepare ourselves to experiment with. Yep, because it just requires the 12 dexterity. Where is it? Rapier. Okay. Needs large titanite, which we can buy here. No, we can't. We can buy large titanite from the other gal. So we're going to get into that. Now, in terms of other things, with the 2 titanite chunks we picked up a bit ago, we've got a grand total of 2 titanite chunks. So we're going to go ahead and we can either spend these on, it's basically either the rapier or the battle axe. The battle axe is still a super late game weapon, so we're going to put these in the rapier. I have a little errand to run over here, because since I've shopped at this NPC enough, talking to him should actually get me an extra ring that I have not cashed in on. And then I'm going to go back to the Earthen Peak and buy large titanite shards to continue progressing the rapier until it's about a +6 or +7. I'm not sure if it's going to outstrip the mace at that point or not. Ah, this guy stopped spawning. Nice. I think that means that from here on we can use the shopkeep safely. I'm going to listen out for other guys.
I think here.
Yep. So now we have a +1 version of that same ring. We don't need anything else from him at the moment. So the Covetous Ring +1. And we're basically going to do some quick experimenting with gear to see if we can manage to get higher damage going with the rapier compared to the mace. We're also going to unequip unnecessary things, because the more we unequip, the more our damage is boosted with the Flynn Ring. Our current helm is like kind of optional in that sense. We're not married to it. So I might take that off or wear something else. But basically, the Handmaiden's Ladle, as I mentioned before, gives us a stat adjustment. It increases our adaptability at the cost of like 1 point of dexterity. So the new item we picked up just a bit ago, the Work Hook, actually decreases our adaptability, but gives us 5 dexterity. Also decreases a couple other stats. The Handmaiden's Ladle also gives 1 vitality and 1 endurance. So we would be losing those things, but gaining a pretty good smattering of dex. That puts us up to 11 dexterity, which is actually not enough for the rapier. We're 1 short. Huh. What else was supposed to allow you to equip the rapier? It's got to be the work hook in conjunction with something that I'm not thinking about, or that I lost track of. Because the rapier is a requirement of 12, right? So if I swapped out the ladle for the work hook, this puts me at dexterity of 11. Is it that I'm able to use the rapier in 2 hands? No, it's just unable to use effectively. 2-handed or no, you can't do it. I must be missing something, but I'm not sure what. I might need to get another ring or something later that allows me to improve that. Okay, we will worry about that at a later time. But I am going to focus on getting it upgraded, though.
You've been... well... Visit me again.
Gonna need some more of those. So we'll go ahead and burn all of these. Nameless Soldier. That's only like another 2. That's a bit better.
What?
I need to remember if one of the peasant set items might be decreasing our stats. That's not altering dex. That is not altering dex. That is not altering dex. That is not altering dex. Okay. I'm not sure what it is that's supposed to put me that, like, extra 1 point ahead. It's probably some kind of a ring or other item. I know I'm too early for the Vessel Shield. The Vessel Shield is crazy good. Well, nonetheless, the rapier is an option, and at some point in the future we may wield it. Throw in a couple more upgrades.
My God, now, even you. I'll be around.
And I think I have another Estus Shard awaiting me here.
Bearer of the... until hope.
Oh, I thought I had one, but I guess I've already used it. Guess so. Okay, so I can go back to Shulva and keep progressing that. I've actually got 3 fragrant branches of yore. I forget where those need to go. 11 Pharaoh's Lockstones. I can use those really freely at this point. So I gained only a very slight damage increase, I think, by acquiring... well, I got Flynn's Ring. I'm not sure if that's slight or actually pretty good. I can use Flynn's Ring and the Ring of Blades. I also actually don't need the Silver Cat Ring for the Shrine of Amana, which is what we are currently working on. But I don't think anything else I pick up is going to help me there. Except for maybe Chloranthe. Okay, let's take another stab at the Shrine of Amana. Let's see. Yeah, if I really wanted to get something more, I'll have to go to another DLC area, basically. Yeah, we can 2-shot these guys now instead of 3-shotting them. So that's a nice little quality of life. It means we can do the classic dash to R1. Where are you hanging out? He's over there? Come on. Forlorn is no big deal. Oh, this is the Scythe version. Still not a big deal. He's got a fancy spinny move with this, and he is stronger than previous Forlorns. Yep, that is the guard break stun animation. I pummeled his guard enough to put him into a stun lock, which allowed me to get a critical. And there he goes. Human effigies, thank you very much. Ah, couldn't quite dodge fast enough. Where was that shot going? Okay, let's see. Yeah, we've got decently more options now. Still using a ladle here. That took 3 hits for some reason. I don't know why. I don't think the player weapon has sweet spots, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's a thing. It's probably a loose counter hit thing. I think I'm dealing extra damage if I hit them while they're casting. If I wait until after they're done with casting and then attack, I'm doing less damage. That is a-okay. Ow, that hit. Dicey for sure. Okay, now we got the really hard part. How is everybody else ever getting through this? You know what? I wonder if I can cheese the whole thing with an alluring skull. I gotta beat this first guy legitimately, but he's not in the range of anything else. Whoops, that is not what I meant to do. I meant to drink. Okay, we're gonna... run up to a certain point, chuck a skull. They're not going for it. I think I might have bought myself some time? I don't know. I'm gonna keep trying it. They didn't go for it at all. The deep water caught me. Dang it. So these guys don't care about alluring skulls, pretty much. Shoot. Yep. Wow, it just popped up right there. It does not work on all enemies. You cheeky punk. The game knew what I was after. Why not? Come on. Is there just not allowed to be a clever solution for this particular part of the game? I feel like these guys should drop human effigies for all the trouble it is to kill them. I am alive by the grace of just like random whatever. Because her shot went above me for utterly mysterious reasons that had nothing to do with my own skill. Thank you for starting a swing. Lets her get killed. I don't remember if these guys have like an armor set or something. You can cosplay a nightmare spellcaster. Okay, there's all that stuff. The easy part. Alright. So it's still 3 attacks to kill these guys with my current setup. That's still deep water. Okay, there's one pack. So I might just want to see if I can thread the needle between these guys. No, that's not liable to work. Okay, but running at them is going to get me better terrain to stand on. Can I just get this? Please? Oh my god. There's the bonfire. Okay, and I think they don't chase through up to here. Not those guys. Then there's this guy. Yeah. Yeah, per the color coding, this is a corrosive attack. So it's all putting the gear at risk. Wait for that to stop. Yep, he broke my most powerful item. It only has 30 durability, unfortunately. I don't think anything around here does lightning damage, but it's nice that I have a Thunder Quartz Part 3, I guess. Equip a Brass Knuckle +1. That's probably what we should have been using through there. So you can see everything is messed up. And now everything's fine. is it degrades fast enough that you won't get an in danger notice for a lot of your gear. Okay, I need to remember how to get to this area. I think this is one of those spots where getting those items is like a crapshoot. Also, there's like a pit right there, just because. I think I want to slam jam through those guys real quick, and then I actually want to grab my souls, run back, and get my Flynn's ring repaired. Yeah, he does not have a lot of downtime on that mist of his, so it's just going to happen. And it will mess up your armor something fierce. Now, for DS2, I believe we can't repair at bonfires, and we never get the ability to do so. Unfortunately. So every time we want to repair something, it's a trip back to somewhere.
I'll be around.
Wanted to do that with the 22,000 souls I still had. I don't even know why I have 22,000 souls. I guess this is just from, like, crunking sorceresses. So I'm going to get it repaired, but I'm not going to equip it right away, because I don't want to lose it to this stupid orange bug. Yeah, if I had equipped it, I would almost lose it. So I think I need to run along where these pillars are to avoid falling into nothingness. Take that hit. Oh, cool. Oh boy. This guy is definitely an AI. Wonder if I could get him to panic roll into nothingness. There we go. Here we meet another Milfinito. Kind of unite these gals. That one was not the one singing. We instead have the Demon of Song. Now this arena, despite being watery, is not actually slowing us down. This boss is one of the most disturbing creature designs in Dark Souls, I think. I think that's easy to say. We can only really hit him while the mouth face is open. He does 2 slaps. I don't remember too much about his attack patterns apart from he does 2 slaps and he hops around. Jeremiah was a bullfrog. 2 slaps this time. Oh, I thought I could get him maybe one more hit. I don't remember if he has like a spell thing. You generally have a lot of safe time between his attacks. There are a few things he does you might have to watch out for. Ah, couldn't quite get him. You don't want to get a hit by that. That's a bad time. One more slap and we should be good, so we can just wait until he opens up. Just crack him one in the face. Not a problematic boss at all. For being a very troublesome area, the boss is not that big a deal. Now this gets us the key to the embedded, which allows us to unlock that extra spot up in Drying Lake Castle. I believe that's our way in, and this is our way out. Here. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, and I think we are done with the really, really troublesome parts of the Shrine of Amana. I think actually, I think we're done with basically the whole thing. Okay, there's like one more dude over here. Real concerned about me getting in that door. But there is also a building to get up into over here. Not useful to me. Not gonna take too many chances with these basilisks. Ah, got a chance to use a fragrant branch, get us another bonfire. Still got plenty of fragrant branches. Well, I mean, we've got another 2. We've been getting them at every opportunity we can. There are just a couple shopkeepers with them, and we've already, I think we've already bought all the fragrant branches wherever we're going to wind up buying. I don't think there's another shopkeeper that shows up later that has them. We'll just light that, but we don't need to rest there. No reason to respawn stuff. Let's see, and coming up here, this. Ah, I believe this here is the spot with the shrine proper. Yeah, it's over this way. We have to fight this pyromancer dude, who can be fairly threatening. Knock him off that. Oh, he's still alive? Yep, guess so. He's just gonna hang out there. This is the, like, Shrine of Amana itself. Praying here can restore your humanity. But it'll only do it if you're out of human effigies, I believe. I think them's the rules. And here we meet, I believe, the last of the Milfanito.
Milfanito, my name, do you mean we know nothing? We sing eternally for we have been it, we know nothing of the little ones were born from, and the great dead one taught us song. We have sung ever since. This is what we. You silent, please accept. Do you see? You poor, take this. This is all. The little one and the great. We have. This is what.
I don't remember, like, what the lore implication of this actually, like, is or comes out to. It's definitely a factor. I believe that is a lie about the illusory wall. This is a different pyromancer guy. Oh boy. Wow, what a jerk. Is there another one here? Yes, there is. I think that might be the one from earlier that we kicked down. So they've used corrosive spells to break basically my entire gear set. This is like not even a mandatory direction I have to go right now. Oh, great. They are gonna chase me. No, those are two different ones. Is that other guy is definitely like down over here. So I'm gonna try just running past them, get at the remaining items. Definitely just cast a combustion spell that detonated on me. Pyromancy is really good in this game. If you want to play like a Pyromancer run, you could totally just burn every single enemy to death. Unrepentantly, absolutely destroy them. Fire Seed. Head over here, grab this. They're not going to let me open that. Alright. Now I gotta go back and repair my stuff. Having a broken gear or open gear slots is like... There's an extra special market difference. There's like an extra defensive penalty for having an empty gear slot. So getting your gear broken is incredibly punishing, as one might expect. So I do want to get the item that is in that box. I'm going to do myself a bit of a favor. The flame quartz. I don't think that's going to be a huge difference, but it might count. It might help a little. And we're going to equip the Flynn ring again so that we can try and kill these guys a bit faster. I am going to need to burn some souls in the repairs. For the peasant set, it shouldn't actually be too much, but... Enemies with corrosion attacks is pretty bullshit. Go ahead and throw a couple more upgrades on this while I'm at it.
I'll be around.
So in addition to the rapier, I think our other options, we can eventually use either like a battle axe or a great club. It might not be a great club. I think it's a large club. We can join the club. So that's on the table. It's something we have a possibility of using later, but that's because the DLC items give like a head and above more stat bonuses than the stuff we're getting access to now. So even though we have access to a couple small stat bonuses now, there's some much better stuff we can get. This is risky. Firestorm twice in a row. That's really not okay, buddy. I forgot they even had the Firestorm spell. I can't approach him while he's got one of those detonating spheres out. I rolled into that one a bit. And he's going to Firestorm again. And that's it for him. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and use Aromatic Ooze to fight the next one. Because I'm going to have to kill... Actually, no. We're going to use Charcoal Pine Resin. No, he's a Pyromancer. That's stupid. I need to make sure one of these guys dies super fast before the other one shows up and roasts me alive. So they've got one in the little corner there. It's like underneath me right now, and one that's going to come in through that door, basically. Okay, that's really good. Cool. Got him. This is not actually illusory. I think the other one is over here. I need to give him some space and heal up. Pyromancy also has a pretty cool healing spell. It even works in groups. It's called Warmth. It creates like a healing pulse thingamajig. It's like a D&D 5 healing spirit. That'll be a firestorm. No, quit it. Jeez, these guys. Get them souls back. Open this on up. Bonfire ascetic. That is a very useful item. Try left, hurrah for chest. I think there might be something back there. Need to like look at the ground very carefully with this, but pull back. Oh, there we go. Manslayer. I think that's like a cool katana or something. A nice little weeb stick. That is a dead end. So I believe this little offshoot is just to get those few extra items. But now we've gotten them and we don't need to fight those goons again. Hello. But there was a spot back over here, I believe, with another offshoot that should lead to, I believe it's a crypt area that's up next. Did I miss something? Well, there's that guy back there, actually. Ow. Yeah, that leaping attack of theirs is still pretty dangerous. I didn't know it hit on startup like that. Yeah, they drop raw stones a lot. Alright, let's fight through this guy. This terrain is not my favorite. There we go. You only got that far because I took a couple slip and falls. This is falling apart. Back, left, right, forward. Let's see, we're just a little injured. I think that's fine. Need not worry about things like that. So I've been trying to export some of these to YouTube, and like the YouTube Twitch connection is down right now, so I'm having to you know, save these in another way. Okay, and here we are in the Undead Crypt. Ah, Aldia wants to chat. Whew. I forget where all these trigger, and man, they catch you by surprise. It's like, ooh, safety, a bonfire. Boom, get wrecked.
What drives you? Life you breathe. Some are treated on purpose that they will shame. Lost his own body. Others. What is it? Once, the Lord of Light banished into love. And men. Men are props to sacred life. And a lie will remain a lie. You, neither more.
So this is referencing, in many ways, the Lord of Light banished the darkness, but the darkness is, in a sense, humanity and the strength of man. The strength of man is in this kind of like fleeting, greedy nature, whereas the identity of the Lord of Light, the one who slew the dragons, was effectively the nature of the divine, godliness. Enemy ahead, try right arm. Woman required ahead? There's nothing there. Ah, the people online. So chattery. Okay. How does that make you feel while you watched? You watched me kill him. Royal Knights look way more intimidating than they actually are. I think this is another one of those peaceable torchbearers. Yeah, he's not going to do much. This guy's a jerk. Ow. I have to be a bit wary of. Uh-oh. Almost got a little body blocked in. Yeah, these guys can actually use every kind of magic, whether it's like dark attacks, miracles, sorceries, they've got them all. Try attacking. Yada yada. Looking for any stray shadows, like hidden hollows.
Human, do not light, and all those who bear it.
This is a fellow worth talking to. Somewhere is a fellow worth talking to. I lost track of him. Blech. Yeah, you don't actually want to bring light over here, I forgot. I needed to kill my other guy. I needed to kill my guy. I don't remember if these guards will go back to normal if I come through without light. But I think so. Let's see. Real chumps they are, these Royal Knights. Let's see. I'll drop some items that are cool casually, but that I'm never really going to use. The Torchbearers always drop torches. Yeah, even the guard breaking attack will never cause this dude to actually open his guard. But he doesn't turn around super fast. I think there are some other areas where he's harder to deal with. Like, there's more than one of that guy, naturally. Ugh, they have so many different attacks. I cannot remember all the stuff they can do. I might actually be better off just sprinting through that segment. Because I know that a lot of the goons will follow me, but I'm not sure if the spellcasters will. I don't think they will. Most spellcasters in this game hate moving from where they're standing. And I've got enough walls. There goes you. Am I sitting on a Sublime Bone Dust? I might be. Sorry, buddy. Bit of a nuisance, but nothing much more than that. Yeah, let's see if they can manage to do anything to me from here. Okay, these guys are already mad. This is actually a case where paying Cromwell a visit might do me some good. Because this guy's actually, like, monstrously tough. Okay, let me take a quick trip back to Cromwell and see if I can earn forgiveness from these dudes. Because I do not want to fight that pack. And I can run through the room before it, which is pretty nice. So Cromwell is over in the Brightstone Cove Chapel. I think the chapel threshold is the bit right after the chapel, which is where I want to be. Let's see. Go back over here, and I think it's up a ladder on one of these sides. Is it over here? There we go. That should be the one. Let's see.
Your sin, may your...
I am hoping
We must...
that will count for those NPCs in the crypt. I don't know. If it doesn't, then oof, I've got a rough fight ahead of me. like 5 things, and as you may have noticed, the one of them casts some absolutely broken dark magic. Alright, let's give him some birth, heal up. My dodge did not come out there. Alright, you know what? I don't actually need to fight you. Here we go. Yep, it reset that.
Light and all those who I am Ugdane. Countless dead rest here in light. I am a
You got it, buddy.
We weave death. This task was granted to me. Countless souls rest somewhere rich. Did you come for him? You will find many council servants, but they rest here now. Perhaps in the past, the former King of Light, he feared humans. How queer you humans. This place is welcome. Death is equitable. Accept it. Tell me what you desire.
Yep, and he is actually also a shopkeep. Ooh, there's like a whispering background here. That's barely meaningful for us. We'll just buy a few of these. We'll learn the Have Mercy gesture. A finito, as opposed to the milfunito. I believe Agadyne is loosely of the, like, divine persuasion, kind of. So notably there are like torch sconces and things here that you can light up. He just doesn't want you to. And like even this far in, if you like bust out a torch, he will take offense to that. I forget what these bells are for. I remember these guys are pretty nasty. That would be a human dark spirit. And I'm gonna see about maybe not troubling myself with whatever that guy's up to. So I'm just gonna play the game. That's right. These guys respawn. Until you destroy these statues, these phantoms keep coming back. We're gonna have a lot of loud bell ringing over here. I don't even remember what the purpose of the bell ringing is. I'm just kind of doing it out of habit. I feel like there's some reason, but I don't know what it is. I'm gonna take a moment to get some coffee. Okay. Knocking things over. Alright. These phantoms are the sort of enemy that's like, oh, you know, I could maybe go out and get a stronger weapon to help deal with them. They are, like, plenty aggressive. We're just gonna bait him and move past him. roll in time with the sounds of the lightning attacks. You got it, buddy. You'll get no light from me. Okay, so on the right, I'm going to see if I can get that first statue thing destroyed. I actually think the bells might... Wow, that dude just, like, showed up and immediately murdered me. Cool. I actually think the bells might attract more of those guys. So we're going to try not hitting any bells. Let's try and keep it quiet. Also, as much as I'm progressing here, I know that I have the option of taking the key of the embedded back. I forget what I get out of that. Ow. Oh, he still counts as shielded. Almost got wrecked there. There we go. So, what's it called? The segments of the game that I actually think are like pretty well put together, and part of what I dislike about certain sections, I like when a segment has like a lot of ways in and out, so that it feels like you have varied approaches to an area, and it's also good when an area is open enough that you can kind of perceive the enemy patterns and make a plan about how you're gonna like try to deal with it. I got hit by more than I wanted to there. And that's part of what I appreciate so much about like the first area of Shulva. It's pretty open, there's a lot of different routes you can go through. There are a lot of enemies, but you can get an understanding of where they are and like their packs, and they move like a little slow. So you can kind of plan around them and manage them. A lot of the earlier areas where you're being mugged by like 7 royal soldiers, there's no ability to like plan around that or do anything with that. No, I'm jamming on roll, but his attacks actually string together just about perfectly. I destroyed that, but I think those come back. So I'm going to check when we're back to life, because those things will repeatedly respawn those goons. So I'm going to check to see how that works. And it's entirely likely that I... Whoops. That was sloppy. It's entirely likely that I will have to abandon any premise of like clearing this area out or dealing with these statues and just adopt a rush strat through this place. I loosely remember it being rushable. There is a bonfire halfway through, which is another thing about like well-designed areas. There's an area with a defined challenge and a bonfire on the other side. I think that's pretty great. I don't appreciate it when you have to do like 2 or 3 different things and then maybe there's a bonfire. Or like the Shrine of Amana, you have to run past like two entirely separate gauntlets of enemies. Yeah, too many things were happening, and I could not hear like what was about to go down. Yes, it's worth noting that human and hollows are undead. I don't actually understand very well what separates... Okay, that actually stays gone, so there's a possibility that I could like carefully navigate through this place then. Because as I steadily break down these statues, we'll have fewer enemies. Ooh, Titanite chunks. Nice. Let's check up here. Hey there. Nice little spellcaster-S overlooking this room. Bonfire ascetic dried fingers. I don't know what those are good for. think I might be in need of the Chloranthy ring here. Bracing Knuckle +2. Yeah, as is, we can remove this. My current amount of stamina is leaving me pretty limited. Try not to ring any bells. Okay. Yeah, some of these graves also occasionally wake up some dudes. We got some skeletons too, but Mace is ruin skeletons, absolutely. There might be something back through there, I don't recall. Dark Spirit ahead, good luck. I think... okay, there's a guy in the wall there on the left. There might be a couple more. Thank you, stranger. Nope. Yeah, several of these undead just keep popping up. The Avalyn is that, like, triple-hitting crossbow. It seems to be very popular with a lot of the NPCs. Yeah, no, it's fine. Okay, this hall is pretty obnoxious. So we're actually going to kill a number of these goons. Killing them isn't particularly difficult, they're just surprising. But during the swing cooldown, you just take them out. Door ahead. Yeah, these door shields are a classic in certain challenge runs. One of the challenge runs that some people do is they'll play a shield-only run, and they'll have to kill everything with shield bashes. It's a really, really obnoxious run to do in Dark Souls 1. Skeleton comfort. Be wary of fatigue, skeleton. Yeah, we're dropping down here. Yeah, 4 hits breaks these. Right, there is a little skeleton around here that rings a bell of his own accord. Yep, made progress. So we took care of 2 of those. Yeah, I forget where exactly he's hanging out, but he's in one of these side rooms, and he rings a bell when you show up to kind of reflect on what the bells do and the fact that the bells are traps. You're not supposed to hit them. They look a little bit like the shrines that you are supposed to hit. But it's basically just like, be careful of your swings, and it's fine. If you're using a great weapon like a Claymore, you're actually going to be in a bit of a disadvantage with your wide swings being a lot harder to control, randomly activating bells, and like waking up a ton of dudes. I think it's important for the design of the game to present different challenges for different builds. Like, okay, if you've been using a Claymore up until now, here's a part where that's actually gonna, you know, where you feel like you're gonna have a hard time because of that choice. And in that same sense, the game is kind of rewarding you for variety. And regardless of the build you're going with, like if you're going with a dexterity-based build, there are 2-handed weapons you can use that are dex-based, 1-handed weapons, ranged weapons. You still get a solid variety in your options. Check out some of the areas I didn't go through before to get these scattered items. Okay, here's where the other bonfire is. Ka-chow. Labyrinth ahead, but try message. Try confidence and short ladder. Yeah, that's funny. Be very careful to not hit that bell. I actually thought he might accidentally strike the bell, which would really put me in a hurt locker. That phantom person surprised me. Ow. Yeah, a lot of the basic zombies here just keep coming, but they're not that threatening. I mean, there's so much worse that has been dealt with by this time. What does set these undead apart is I believe there's no way to stop them from continually coming back. Okay, this is the room where we've got the spellcaster over there, because we didn't take the other entrance method. So we're going to come back over here, so we can use this ladder to get behind this spellcaster and get into this next room. Please, no. Okay, that's dealt with. Yeah, I've dealt with the other stuff in this room. This is the bit with the phantoms, and there was the illusory door. And then we head over here, and this is the Door Knight's hallway. Bait this guy into attacking. Deal with these one by one. Now the Door Shield Knights are some really polite chaps. They're more concerned with defending than anything else, so like they will kind of wait patiently for you to deal with some other things. Generally speaking, we can bait them to attack and then there's plenty of time to get around, so I want to take a bit of a look to get a little trajectory set up in terms of coming into this room. I think the bell noise is coming from this way. It's you. Not sure if I actually have time to do this, but I think I might. Yeah, with 3 of those guys up, I don't have time to do a single thing. So I got another statue cleared out. I think there's at least 2, possibly 3 additional statues in that area. Shorter run back now. Just gotta work our way over here, take the ladder up. Kill the spellcaster. That weapon they're wielding is actually noteworthy. I mean, it's like a dark weapon, so it's going to do pretty good damage if we let it hit us. Get off the swing. Played out very polite against most of these guys. Chop. There goes you. Clonk. Come on, wake up. I know you wanna. These guys can be hesitant to move sometimes. Like I said, they're extra polite. Okay, I'm gonna try running for this way. Let's grab this. I'm just gonna try and get out of this room ASAP. Nice. I made a pretty good choice. Is this the same Dark Spirit person from earlier? Seems to be. I'm gonna have to effigy this bonfire. I wonder if he gets surprised when like he joins a world that I'm in and I get killed like immediately because I'm not stocky. Because like he's not restricted to level 1. He could be doing anything. Unfortunately for him though, I am gonna burn an effigy. I can't risk him adding variables to this that make the game easier for me. Because these structures that I'm attacking, the ones that conjure the guys, I think that it's possible for him to attack them as well. Oh, so long as we're here, we're actually going to use the item box real quick. I've got a lot of extra junk. Oh, that's right, Blue Flame is a weapon. Mastodon Greatsword, Black Knight Greatsword. Ah, that's right, the Key to the Embedded is also a weapon. Black Knight Uggs, Shotel, Black Steel Katana. Yeah, the Manslayer is also a katana. Very high attack damage. Coated with a deadly poison as well. Neat. Dragon Slayer's Crescent Axe. I think the Dragon Slayer's Crescent Axe, or like a Dragon Slayer Axe of some persuasion, is actually a viable weapon in one game or another. I think some of these might be usable, but I don't remember which ones. Okay, that should be about what I want to deal with for now. Yeah, it's peculiar. The way the human effigy works, and the fact that you have to burn it even when you have no humanity, it's PvP is like an opt-out instead of an opt-in in this. In Dark Souls, and it costs something to opt out, whereas in the other games it costs something to opt in. The mechanics for PvP in Dark Souls 3 I think are the most interesting. You're subject to invasion if you are embered, and Ember is a very potent item that increases your HP pool by 30%. So there's like a definite like tantalizing aspect to flagging yourself for PvP. And also, if you are invading somebody who's embered, you're going to be at a disadvantage for health because they have, you know, more health running around. So there's like it's more of an even keel thing. And if you succeed on your invasion, you'll become embered, and then you'll have 30% higher health. I'm just going to skedaddle through here, try to avoid fighting that guy. Here we go. Yeah, I thought I was close to the end of that segment. Be wary of Wretch, therefore try beating to a pulp. There is a lot of stuff in that room. A lot of things to be wary of. There is something secret over there. I don't remember how to get at it. So you can see there's like spots you can fall to down there. It's a bit of a trick of the fact that that guy is like, oh, don't bring light in here. There are definitely some secrets that are easier to find if you just bring light in here. Yeah, Soul of a Great Hero is a very significant item. And we've just got a ladder back over here. Just gets us up a... Ow! And a fire seed for upgrading pyromancy. Yeah, if you're playing a pyromancer, every one of those is incredibly valuable. You can buy a certain number of them, but as opposed to in Dark Souls 1. In Dark Souls 1, you actually upgrade your flame in Dark Souls 1 using just souls. And it doesn't tie to any attributes, which is what makes the pyromancer like SL1 viable. You can do the whole run with pyromancy and just play it out that way. So there's a heck of a lot of guys here, and I'm trying to remember for myself how skippable they are, if that's a thing or not. Yeah, we've got a Dragon Rider there. Can I skip through them? Okay, skipping through them is possible. Here we have Velstadt, which is actually a pretty significant encounter. This character has like a really storied lore, and he's the last guard of the king. Velstadt the Royal Aegis. And his big old mace is also a chime for casting miracles. Pretty good for faith builds, if you're into that kind of thing. He might try casting some spells at us. There's one. I don't remember if it's safe to stand close to him. That's right, it's a buff that he casts on himself. Ouch! He's making like some bell ringing noises when he swings now. Oh! Yeah, that backswing is the real clencher. That is like an offensive spellcast, I think. But it's a shotgun. Woo! Yeah, he's real keen on using that now. Woo! That was actually a bad dodge, but I had the right timing. Ah! Oh, that was the last moment greedy heal. Dang it. I was so close. So close to one-shotting him. So, it's very good that my gear is at exactly the level of upgrade that it is at. If this was just a little bit less upgraded, I would not be surviving that backswing attack. And we can actually just run back through here because this bridge is up. And since we've demonstrated that we can run forward through all these goons, we're going to do exactly that. I am going to go ahead and effigy for safety. So that was a really close fight. Now that I know that his first spellcast, his kneeling spellcast, is a buff, I can just kind of take advantage of that to get in a ton of damage. In terms of the way this room is lined up, there's an undead in the back that is ringing a bell. I think that undead is a non-respawning enemy. Which does give us the option of running the room safely if we go back and kill him. Yeah, the double swing is a little tough. Had to wait for him to do something so that I could drink. That's a different kind of backswing. I had that. Not quite, though. Come on, use the shotgun spell. I think I barely have time for this. Barely. I didn't know that was going to have a follow-up. If he doesn't follow it up, it's not safe to drink. That's the shotgun spell. Okay, it homes in too. I couldn't remember quite how the mechanics of that spell worked out. What I should have done when he did that was just rush him. I could sit behind him and I'd get enough damage to kill him. So that is absolutely the misplay. I really like Velstadt. I think he's a fun boss. He's got enough HP that you can't just, like, randomly blow him up. Now, I think that the undead who's activating the thing is, like, back here. Yeah, you're the guy. Okay. That's right, it's not that he, it's not whether or not he comes back. It's just that you can kill him before he activates it. So you can do that every single time, basically. Okay, yes, there was, like a third undead got it. There's a few of them to be aware of. There are, like, a few chests over here that will reward you for full clearing the room. And it's going to be very, very difficult to cash in on those chests if I don't full clear it. Velstadt's also, like, a boss who you can lock onto the entire time and it's fine. He's not going to, like, punk you out for locking on. He's also just very legitimately a boss about dodging cleanly. And I appreciate that, in a sense. Not all of his attacks are super threatening. I should have known he was going to do that. Okay, here's the buff. I'm not sure what my optimal, like, stop points are in terms of when he's buffing for my stamina recovery. Okay, that was a suboptimal dodge on me. Okay, that's not working out the way I wanted to. Kind of dodging into the hitbox. I was greedy, and I didn't get the roll afterwards correctly. Dang, dang, dang. I'm so close, man. I'm so close. I could actually try applying a damage buff when he's doing the phase transition. I have a pretty solid amount of time. I am gonna assume that fire damage is the way to go against Velstadt. But I have no idea. I'm assuming that he's like hollow type with a damage resistance profile that kind of matches Gwyn. I think my general rule of thumb is, like, figure out if it's a dragon, a hollow, or a construct. Construct type things like golems and big metal stuff tends to be easier to beat with magic damage. What's it called? Dragons is obviously lightning. And undead are fire. If I had to guess, I would say that Velstadt matches the undead profile. And then there's the, what's it called? Then there's, like, the Divine versus Dark setup. But when it comes to Dark Souls 2, I think Dark is actually just a privileged damage type that does better against everything. Yeah, this seems pretty effective. Nope. That was too early, and that's like his one attack that actually one-shots. Okay, I think applying the resin while he's doing the buff is a solid play. I'm basically losing... I'm losing a little bit of time on that, but I don't think I'm actually losing damage for applying the resin. Yeah, that dodge was way too early on that last bit. And that is absolutely the one attack that I... that is the one attack I absolutely need to dodge to. Yeah, props to the guy who set up this crypt. It's cool, there's a lot of, like, danger in the crypt, it's challenging a different kind of build, it's like, hey, don't use a torch. That's kind of a novel thing to think about. And this boss run is not a giant chore. So we can do attempts at Velstadt, which I think is a cool boss. Okay, yeah. Yeah, the running slam in phase 1 won't one-shot us. The running slam in phase 2 will definitely one-shot us. That's the difference. Although being pancaked is going to make the dodge frames really hard to suss out. So, it's better to not get pancaked. So, given the way the damage profile is kind of set out, I don't think I can necessarily, like, safely unequip some gear. I might be able to unequip something for one of the Royal Guard rings, which would increase my equip load, and that would squeeze out maybe a little bit more damage through the effect of the Flint's ring. I'm not, like, super aware in terms of Flint's ring math. If you're daring, you can try and dodge a lot of Velstadt's attacks just by, like, positioning. I'm not playing that daring at the moment. That was too early. Yeah, I knew he was going to do that, but I didn't know the timing. That won't hit. Oh, he's got a third hit follow-up on that. I was not aware. Oh, that's a phase change. Seeing as he is a hammer wielder, it does take a crazy long time for Velstadt to return to neutral stance. That was a buffered dodge, and that could have been pretty bad. He's going for spellcast, so we just get behind him. And that's lethal. One thing you can do in that second phase is actually try to bait spellcast, and then use that as an opening. But you'll bait the running slam at the same time, which is not always ideal. It's a very powerful attack. So this is where Vendrick hangs out. Vendrick is mostly just a sad sack. He is not at the level of Gwyn. He did not reach that level of meaning and importance. So he just kind of stumbles around wielding his claymore, unless you attack him. He has an absurdly high defense. Like, he just refuses to take damage in a lot of cases. But if you're able to weaken him sufficiently, he will start to fight back. He does some of the most damage of anything in the game. We need to come back here with a certain item in order to revisit the memories of King Vendrick, which will provide us with access to a giant soul. Yeah, Vendrick is renowned for, like, taking forever to kill.
This ring is the symbol of the king. Use it to gain passage through the king's gate and venture to the far east. Bearer of the curse, and one day you will walk those grounds without really knowing why.
Yep, so we have our Firekeeper, comes back out of the woodworks to give us a spook. I kind of want to... Okay, I don't think I can be cheeky and open those chests. The Dragon Rider is going to have to be dead in order for me to open those chests on the sides. And I am not on board for that at the moment. That will be a project for some other time. Okay, with Velstadt down, I'm going to return to Majula and check on my NPCs. There are a few extra places we can get into now, some of which are fairly significant, some of which I think are more trivial.
I knew you.
Okay, nothing new at Lenigrast. I don't think we can afford any meaningful reinforcement. Yeah, the large club requires 26 strength. I think the upper bounds of strength that we're able to get is like 20 after some other stuff. It might be like 18. I know we can wield the battle axe in 2 hands. I'm not sure about the large club, actually. We could upgrade this further. We've got the chunks for the rapier as well. We could get it up to +8. But I still don't know what I'm actually missing to be able to wield that.
The scoundrels? Yes, everyone's heard of him.
Yeah, he actually has some dialogue about Gilligan. I don't remember if I've ever caught that before. I'm gonna go over and talk to Crestfallen Guy. I forget if he has some more dialogue at this point. It's like, by the way, I've like done a lot of stuff.
Look at how they reflect over all dear. You have died here. May they have
Oh, that's where that is. That would have been
you
useful
slip
a
away
while
beyond
ago.
the bond that was once. You may,
Yeah.
but don't venture. Hades tap in the cath, but the road, the gate is, but how it works.
He talks about a
Have you
few of the
seen
different
that
places we can go
hide
to.
This
He's like, these are the
flame you
3
if
forks
you
that we
are
have
afraid.
access to.
Long ago, she, no one. Did you notice any? These are in coin. If
Yep.
you're, may you find peace.
Yeah, we don't need to like, we don't need to saunter through all that stuff. I think I might have a lingering sublime bone dust. Let me see. Burn sublime bone dust. Okay. Pump up the flask a bit more. So there is a spot that I could not access before that I can now access because I have the King's Ring. And you do actually have to wear the King's Ring periodically to get through these things, these doors. Yeah, King's Ring, it only has the effect of opening the King's Gate. There are more than one King's Gate. I think the one I'm looking for is closest to the Cardinal Tower. Let me go through here. It's like an offshoot. It had like an old King's Guard in front of it. Try Phantom. Let's see. I think I needed to go down kind of towards the area where the first boss was. Okay. Great. To something else. Oh, I actually just needed to take the ladder down from that first area. I didn't need to go through here. Let me backtrack a bit. Yeah, it's down this way. Oh, actually, I'm gonna check real quick to see if he's learned how to sell anything else. The traveling merchant had, I think I was missing something. Yeah, it actually raises item discovery. I should have bought this in the beginning of the game. Clear out a few things. The rest of this is not important. I think it's back over this way, but I don't remember. No, not this way. It's a different offshoot. I might have angered some enemies that I'll have to reckon with, but if so, that's fine. Ring and then listen carefully. Huh. There is a ring you can bring along. It's sold by Shalquar that allows you to hear, like, the location of enemies. They basically, like, kind of ping. They make, like, a moaning sound that lets you detect them from a bit further away. Which is really, really helpful in these early areas where, you know, everything's in a friggin' ambush smorgasbord. Here we go. It's through here. Symbol of the king being... Whoops, that's not right. The king's ring. And now the door opens. Whee! So yeah, through here, we get an extra bonfire immediately, interestingly enough. I'm gonna re-equip the Chloranthe. Door's closing again. Somebody managed to stand on top of that, good for them. I don't entirely remember what's great about being up here, but I can see there are some items that I can only attain because I was able to fall down here. Ah, another fragrant branch. It's pretty good. I think there might be a way to tumble down in there and get that item without doing all of that rigmarole. I believe that these trees are meaningful. You can occasionally get seed of a tree of giants by interacting with them. And those seeds are a potent anti-PvP item that we are not allowing ourselves to use in this run. When you use the seed of a tree of giants, there's some things back here that I didn't grab before that I'm going to grab now. When you use the seed of a tree of giants, wah, all enemies in your world become hostile to invaders instead of being like ambivalent. So you can use these when somebody invades you. Yeah, it says try dashing through for a reason. You can use them when somebody invades you to get that invader to get killed. But once you've used it, that same invader can fight the things in your world, possibly even killing them. Which means an invader could help you like clear the way in a level, which is violating the spirit of the Soul Level 1 challenge, so we're not using that. Okay, that's right. This area is not a super big deal, I'm remembering now. Okay, so now we've got business back at the castle again. So I want to warp on over there. There are two things we need to get done in Drying Lake Castle. And I believe both of them fork off of the center castle. We need to take the elevator back up to use the key to the embedded. And the elevator will be down here. Yeah, this is it. So the key to the embedded is a weapon. Even if you can't use it, you still have to like put it on. Like a weapon that your character cannot wield, you can still kind of clumsily swing, and you also have like huge penalties to damage in addition to your swing being clumsy. So there's several reasons to not like practically try to do this at any point in time. Truly a strange set of circumstances. Acquire the Ring of the Dead. I don't remember what that does at all. Keep human appearance even when hollow. Purely cosmetic. But by getting that warp on her, I believe she returns to the Shrine of Amana. Yep. She is one of the Milfinito. So this is kind of like a house cleaning thing we needed to get done. So now that we've gone to Velstadt and seen Vendrick, we need to open the King's Gate and travel east. I forget what the heck we have to do to the east. I think we're supposed to, like, go get something or fight a guy. I don't know, man. But we're going to go ahead and travel back to the King's Gate in Drung Lake. And I'll at least open the door to try and remember what's over there. So long as we've shown off the ring, it'll start to open anyway. And I think this one stays open. I don't think we need to equip the ring every single time. The Throne of Want is basically the site of the end game. So as much as we have unveiled this now, we are not going to cross that fog door threshold. We've got a lot of other business. This is an unfortunately long walk. There are no bonfires around here or anything. So it's an option for us to like go down to the Throne of Want, and I think we might be technically able to beat the game by just going to the Throne of Want, winning some fights and taking a seat. But that is not our jam right now. We've got more to learn, more to fight. And several more areas to take care of. We go back to the Ruined Fork Road. We need to go to the Shrine of Winter. I'm going to go to Elaim Lois and start making progress there. Should be out this left fork. So we're at the point in the game now where we're going to be working to conquer the 3 DLCs. They are quite tough. They've got some very challenging bosses, but we're going to get a lot stronger along the way. I'm also not sure where I need to go to find I'm not sure where I need to go to find the last location of Dark Diver Grandal, but that also needs to happen. I think that might be the last door I need to open in that one obnoxious hallway with the golems and such. So we're going to save that for later. Hopping over to the Shrine of Winter, in we go. We should now be able to open the door to Elaim Lois because we possess the frozen flower. It's also a lot less stormy, so we can actually see, which is handy. I believe Elaim Lois is actually the last of the 3 DLC, but there are 2 items here that are incredibly potent for SL1 runs, so we want to prioritize getting through here when possible. This is also a really cool area. We don't want to deal with any invasions here, so we'll burn an effigy. Put one in, like, just ahead of time. This area has some nasty bosses. Elaim Lois is a place that was frozen over to seal in the chaos seeping forth. And these kind of roots are reminiscent of the... these roots and that aesthetic is reminiscent of the Bed of Chaos and everything down in that area from SL1. Not SL1, DS1. So this location through here, there's a boss fight right through that door. But if I fight that right now, the boss is actually invisible. And on SL1, it's basically a boss that is impossible to beat while it is invisible. If you came in with stats, you might be able to kill the invisible version. We need to get a special item that will make that that and other invisible characters visible. One thing that's kind of neat is that invisible characters have actually, like, been around through various areas. I haven't showcased it in a while. Ow, I forgot these guys have magic. So yeah, the individual soldiers here are really tough, and that's basically going to be the way of it until we get a couple specific items. There's a very powerful ring here, and there's actually a very potent shield that'll give us some bonus stats when we wear it on our back. If we can manage to beat the dragon at the end of the Sunken City, he also gives us a very powerful hat. So there are like 2 items in Sunken City and like 1 or 2 things over here that all help advance us a pretty good bit. I'm going to try and remember how viable it is to just run through some of this. I'm going to need him to commit out of the doorway. Okay, he's just back in the doorway again. Okay, yeah, with that third guy crowding the door, I don't think I'll be able to make it through without killing all three of these. Yeah, Broom Tower, the other DLC, doesn't actually contain hardly any items that upgrade us. So we're probably going to be trying to clear Broom Tower last, which means that our last fights for the game are going to be probably Fume Knight, regarded by many as like the most epic fight in Dark Souls 2. Some would say in all of Dark Souls. He absolutely rivals Artorias for just being like this epic freaking duel. And then SL1, which is also quite a tough fight. Perhaps a bit more manageable than the Fume Knight. He's definitely got less proclivity to one-shot us. The Fume Knight is actually a fight that is like, it explicitly has a lot of attacks that will just one-shot you almost no matter what your build is. Like, you can even be playing very healthy, very stocky, tanky characters who get absolutely melted by the Fume Knight's, like, charged Darkfire Greatsword attack. I don't know why his first instinct there is to move forward. Just a peculiarity in his programming. Okay. There's a lot along here for me to remember how to get through. This is also an enemy. You may notice also that standing out in the cold will steadily kind of turn the character this like light blue. I believe that does have the effect of reducing your stamina recovery. Bit of golden fruit bomb. Yeah, the various balm items only appear at all once we're in the DLC. I feel like there might have been a secret door here. Okay, I guess not. I remember this segment here being tough. I think there are dogs up ahead. Yeah, there's a couple dogs. One down. There we go. Little rough, little touch and go. Definitely dangerous. Winged Spear +7. It's theoretically useful. Not in this case. Bonfire ahead. Is there a secret door bonfire here? I don't think so. I think it's just remarking on... I think there's a bonfire, like, maybe a room up ahead, 2 rooms. It's not too far away. We could definitely get murdered before we hit it. I think. Pretty sure there's, like, a bunch of dudes who are going to try to murder me before I would find a bonfire. Okay. That is something we're going to have to come back through later. So, Elaeum Lois is currently frozen. We will unfreeze Elaeum Lois as we go. Maybe not, like, in the near future. Oh, yeah. Once Elaeum Lois is unfrozen, there will be More enemies active, more passageways, more items, less cover. But it's like, it's more rewarding though, because we'll be able to get more stuff. Okay, yeah, backstabbing is generally the best way to deal with a lot of these enemies. The ones with crystals on their back are more dedicated to spellcasting. Right, jumping and then beating to a pulp. Dwarf required ahead. You can't get through that door. I think we might be able to get after that last guy in the back without triggering this other stuff. I was wrong, so we're gonna skedaddle. Okay, took a little bit of damage there. That was some white hot death. I think I might like to take you out. Bad call. Okay, so the left there kind of dead ends, so I need to try going more to the right after I've run through that area. I think running past a lot of these guys is still viable. Don't entirely remember. I'm getting up to the point pretty soon where I can't afford to run the Ring of Binding that is making my health loss count for less. Yeah, solid 3 hits, not a big deal. Step aside to heal. Some time to recoup. Didn't get that quite right. Let's try to arrange this to keep it like draped on the chair, but it's always slipping. Yeah, this first run on SL1 is pretty tricky. And we actually have to get pretty deep into SL1 to get access to the items that we're looking for, but they are incredibly potent. The, one of the items we're looking for, I can't remember its exact name, I think it's the Ring of the Embedded or something like that. Gives us like +8 or something to all stats, it's absurd. The full effect of the ring is you take 8% more damage, but you increase all of your stats relative to how low they are. So in a Soul Level 1 run, when all of your stats are quite low, it's giving a very significant boost to all of them. And that makes us a lot stronger across the board. Naturally, luring guys out and fighting them one at a time is still quite effective. Yeah, he was determined. I really didn't want to take that first stab from him. That was pretty problematic. And even once I get past there, I can't really evade the dogs either. I was not far from the next bonfire in that one run earlier. If I had gone on the right, I might have been like just maybe a room away. I just really don't remember. Our goal, as it stands, is we want to get to that altar down there. That is where the item is kept that allows us to see. But we have to go over through this way and then kind of traverse down and then we'll be getting back up into the walls of the fortress in order to actually get up there. So it's a long walk. Yeah, stay down. It's better that way. Really preferred if he did not take that back step. Oh, that hit. Their weapons are actually pretty long. They also inflict bleed. I thought that spell might kill me. And it might have. Okay. Yeah, Spear Guy was readying an attack. As that's the kind of thing that's very hard for me to know about when I've given them that kind of space. And they happen to bunch up in a bad way. Yeah. Okay, I don't have a ton of time left. Let's see. So there's an area I'm forgetting about how to get to that's pretty important. Because I haven't gone to the Dragon's Nest yet and fought like the couple dragons up there. There's the Ancient Dragon and some other stuff. There's like Aldia's entire keep. I am super forgetting how to get over there. But I could be working on that right now instead. There are a couple items I can get over there. Yeah, because there's like the Dragon's Nest, the Dragon Shrine, and those both come after Aldia's lair. Those are the locations in the far east that the Firekeeper was referring to. Very susceptible to backstabbing, these guys. Right, I almost forgot about this guy. That would have been tragic if he just stabbed me in the back while I was getting ready to fight these dogs. Best way to deal with these dogs is definitely going to be to lure them over to the base of the stairs like this. And we just take advantage of the base of the stairs to intercept some attacks. I think dogs are actually a little nerfed in Dark Souls 2, out of all things. They just have like a bit more lag in their movements. I think they've lost the ability to backstab relative to Dark Souls, to backstep relative to Dark Souls 1. Dogs with backstabbing. Ugh, that would be the worst. That goes nowhere. This goes nowhere. Okay, so I'm just heading this way. So this might be tricky if I need to keep evading magic shots. No, because this is a dead end. Yeah, let's take a look. There's some other stuff there, but I can't get to any of that yet. So I definitely need to be going into that building over there via the ramp. I just need to go somewhere else once I'm in there. Okay, I think these despondent sitting gals will not do much to me as long as we're in frozen Elamlois. Must be after the place is defrosted that they kind of wake up and become more aggressive. Okay, we've got a few guys in there. We can open this, theoretically. And in here, that is not a bonfire. That guy stabs ineffectually. No bonfire there. Up here, we still don't have a bonfire. Got some other things. This is a drop that doesn't matter for much. We've got a stabby ice dude. The first of many to come. Heal up there while I can. Head back down there. I'm going to go through this hallway. I think one or more of these guys might want to wake up and kill me. Doesn't look like it right away. Check for secret doors. I am missing something around here. Some kind of route that I have not perceived. Okay, we're just going to rope-a-dope loop-the-loop for a bit. Yeah, torch ahead. Oh, wait, you actually might need to melt something here. Shoot. I think the answer might actually be that I need to light a torch and run up here, and I can melt down these chests. Be damned if I'm going to do it that way. Wait, that didn't actually take. There we go. Oh, right, I can run across there. It's still theoretically an option. Hey, come at me. Woo! Ah, it's too cold out for me to actually do the torch thing right now. So I have to come back and do that later when the winds aren't blowing and the blizzard's quieted down. For now, I'm supposed to get this run out of the way. Get through here. Didn't die. Died. Oh, there's even a dog in that pack. I might not be able to get through there if that door shuts. If the door stays open, I can try running past that again. Oh, I really think I'm missing a bonfire at this point. So I'm running past a lot of guys. And there were some notes that mentioned things about jumping, stuff like that. Now, there were definitely some units I activated along that path that I didn't need to wake up. Okay, he is dead. I was trying to roll through the door, but I didn't line it up right. Where am I forgetting that I can go? I think there's another door in the vicinity of the King's Gate that I'm forgetting about. Because it's not attached to the Throne of Want. It's not down that way. I think there was another offshoot that leads out to a whole other area. I'm just forgetting where it is. And I'm not looking at it right now, which I could be doing, but I'm not. Oh, I didn't get the dodge in time. The sword wielders I can actually stagger to death. The spear wielders I'm being a bit more persnickety on because they have a lot of animations where they might get a block in, and that would cause them to trade shots with me. I definitely seem to be forgetting where the heck the bonfire is around here. Oh, fell short there. That was a bad roll. Very long weapons. Yeah, I did not have the ability to start a dodge fast enough to get through that swing. It's like he knew this. He knew my invuln time was going to wear out from the backstab. Whoa. You can actually kind of tell when you get into it, like, the enemies and areas in the DLC is so markedly different from the base game. Because, like, looking through it, enemies in the DLC, like, well, areas in the DLC, yeah, that'll kill me. He does it twice in a row. You don't ever make use of, like, Pharaoh's Lockstones. It just, like, kind of discards some of the features that are present before. There are fewer traps, like, a lot fewer. The explosive barrels are not as often used. There are some areas in Broom Tower that use them, but it's, like, pretty clear and thematic that they will be used there, as opposed to kind of in the Bastille. They're just everywhere, just in, like, a kind of trolley fashion. Like, the Bastille puts explosive barrels on top of enemies that can trigger them. That buffered swing absolutely destroyed me there. Full-blown ruined. Okay, so ultimately this is about the time I had for today to sit down and play Dark Souls 2. So we're going to call it for here. To some extent, I need to remember where to go in terms of the main game, and I might get back to the main game progression areas instead of working on the DLC the next time I sit down. I'll just be thinking about it before you know, we get back to it. Killed a solid 2 bosses this run, I think. We got the Demon of Song and Velstadt, and that area, the Shrine of Amana, can be a huge block. So it's super relieving to have that out of the way. Thanks for joining. This has been Jupiter Exile. Until next we wander. You have a good day.